This
Otherwise
is
you'll
the
incriminate
moment
yourself.
You've all been waiting for. It's time!
Hello. and wel-
How we're starting off.
That's how we're
Wait,
starting
we're
off.
recording now.
We're recording now, so watch your language.
Yeah, so the
Hello and welcome to the Loose Nuts Tie Bolts podcast.
a
I'm
bit-
Daniel, the co-host.
and I'm Chris, and
The
we've
other host.
got a couple of other guys here.
Yep.
Again, we've got our groupie,
Yeah, we got our
Brendan,
Brendan.
and he's got his own microphone now.
Yeah.
So you say hi, Brendan,
Hi guys.
and then we've
They're
got
supposed to say hi, Brendan.
and that voice in the background. That's a new voice. That is Dayford.
Hi.
Dayford is one of our spare parts interpreters.
Try to be.
Try to be.
No, he does a pretty good job.
Does a pretty good job.
Yeah. So
Not just good books.
we brought him on for classy parts.
Classy parts. Call back to the pilot episode.
See, look, even he's now going. Shh.
You couldn't shut him up 10 minutes ago. Now,
Yeah.
You won't shut me up. I'm just waiting for my perfect opportunity.
Okay. All right. So, what are we up? What are we talking about?
well, I think we talked right away that we got the new box.
We did.
We got the new box. There's a couple of technical difficulties to start off with, but we got it up and running with all our new soundboard stuff and everything.
It's a
our-
very
what
nice
is it?
new box.
Roadcaster Pro. What?
2. Roadcaster Pro 2.
Yeah, and it's like it does look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
or,
it's.
no, I better not say that.
We won't say what Brendan said what it looks like, but it looks like a Christmas tree. Because we don't need to get cancelled straight
Already.
4 episodes in. Well, so how's the week been, Chris? And everybody?
Oh yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah, it's been amazing, hasn't it?
Absolutely terrible.
We had yeah, it's like Monday was a very hard day for me. I had
Sarah.
Can't relate.
Sarah.
And Sarah, yeah, and Sarah, because we both had a bit of a big weekend
Big
slash
week.
Sunday night.
Push the boats out a little bit.
Yeah, and then we got a couple of interesting jobs, a couple of headache jobs in this week. Audis.
There's nothing wrong with an Audi.
Yuck.
Nothing right with this one.
What? Do you fix it then?
Okay.
Brother,
They're good cars.
you want to buy it?
I would buy one of those actually.
Even if it's not running, the customer will sell it. Cheap rate.
$5,000.
So,
that's
Keep,
yeah.
keep it
That's
away.
cheap.
That's cheap.
That's cheap.
Keep
Cheap,
away
cheap.
from my boss.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't need to buy an unrunning Audi.
I did my apprenticeship on them.
Oh, we'll fix it.
Oh, good. When the high pressure pump needs to be replaced.
No, they
you're in.
don't. They don't go on those ones.
Sure.
Not on those
I'm
ones.
hoping it's not that.
Check it for water. I guarantee. If it did, there's probably swarf in it.
Yuck. There you go, Brendan.
Crack the-
Well,
crack the
we're not
feed
getting-
line.
We're getting sweet ethyl.
If
Rail
you crack the
pressure.
feed line,
We're having,
let
a,
it sit there for a second. You'll
having a
probably
bit
find
of tech
swarf in
talk
it.
here now, guys.
I'll ring you tomorrow, mister.
Do it.
We've been
Because those
hijacked,
engines were pretty indestructible when I was doing them.
Yeah, right.
The EGR was the
hijacked.
biggest issue.
It's just between them two at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. You guys are the additionals. We're the hosts.
Do you
All
realise
right?
you got a mic on, right? So
It's a
everything,
takeover.
everything you do, burp, whatever, snort, fart, we can hear it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just burped. Didn't I? Excuse me.
It's all right. This is what happens when you get 4 blokes around a table and a microphone.
Oh,
Shit
and we
like
still
this
got our
happens.
pants on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going there. It's going there. Anyway, so that was a little bit of tech talk there.
Yeah, a little bit of tech talk about a shitbox Audi.
Yep.
Careful.
The junk.
Wow, he's really
He's
back
very
on it.
sensitive
Yeah,
about
Audis.
the VAG.
What about Mercedes?
Audi and Port. No, they can go eat it. Bad word. That's the only
You can
No.
say dick.
BMW. So BMW, they're good. Great. Worked on them. Audi and Porsche. Good. Great. Volkswagen, I don't like Volkswagen. You got the tears.
But hold on.
You have no idea what I just
Volkswagen-
played.
You don't like Volkswagen?
No,
They're the same shit.
they are, but they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
Okay, what's the differences?
They're made in
One.
different factories.
Once
They're
it's
made
Oh,
on.
so-
So
One's made
I
in
actually
North Germany, one's made in West Germany. Or something.
no. Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I can go hours on this. I spent
Far
so much
Here
time
we
on
go.
this sort of stuff.
All right, so
Ah.
this one's just about V-dubs and that.
This
But
is-
go,
this is-
hit me.
This
I
is
want to hear it.
David.
This is where you can learn a lot of things because that's all I used to do. It's
Yeah.
just
In all honesty, like really,
they're not bad cars.
yeah, they're a higher end car, but
Volkswagen
what
is
we
still
see
like
in here,
we see worst
and in
case.
previous worst shops that I've been in, yeah, you don't really see much in the way, but when they do go,
So like And this is what I've always, when I was an apprentice working in a dealership, you always saw the worst case
Yeah.
on a new car. You never saw the good stuff. You never like, because how I did it, my technician that I was paired with, diagnostic tech. So I always got the real shit stuff. And so I always saw the worst of the worst of the worst. So I was just
Yeah.
always like, oh, all right, we're chasing
Not
a
just on-
voltage drop here in a diode that's you're losing 0.5 of a volt. It's enough to drain the battery overnight. And they have these little node in the wiring harnesses. It's a joint. It's an earth that they all earth at. They call
Yeah.
it a node. And I just used to chase wiring.
So again, do the engineers hate us?
They did.
Yeah.
That's
They-
why-
'cause the
that's
engineers
why
never have to
Jeebus
fix the car.
created mechanics.
They just have to build it.
Is that like breakout
to
boxes
fix their
and
fuck
stuff?
ups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm very familiar with the VAG breakout box.
How'd you breakout boxes?
VAG.
Because
I-
you
I
can't,
like
you
how
can't,
he
can't
had
back
to-
probing and everything.
You have to
eh?
move closer.
I
If,
don't like it.
if anybody's going to make this sexual, it's going to be David.
David.
Hello.
His name is David, but I call him David.
David.
Or hey, it's me. Is he there?
Is you there?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, look, I think I've seen probably. I think they're good because after leaving dealership world, I never saw them again, and I'm like,
right.
and like, because that's what I mean. When you work for that particular brand, you'll only see the
Exactly what I was
worst.
trying to say before. You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, like and like once you leave and come to the independents, you're like, oh, what do you get these? Oh, we just did a service. They're actually not that bad, and you're just
Yeah.
like, that's what I mean. Then, so we would say, like, you think when you're in the dealership, you're like, oh, like these are really shit, and you're just like, but this is less than 0.0000001% of the cars on the road.
Yeah, you could say that about Corollas when you work at Toyota.
100%.
Or Ford Rangers, same thing. When I was at Ford, mate,
They're just shit.
same thing. I was on the Diag side.
Yep.
Only saw the bad of them, but
That's why-
85%. They actually
That's
worked it out. It was
fine.
80%, 85% of their service work was Ranger.
That's
you-
why you like Barras.
Bar of the world, baby.
Because they're so shit and you work on them so much, and then you walked away.
Jesus Christ.
But that's like, you look at all the Volkswagen
Aussie
oil
2J.
consumption issues are the biggest one. We're rebuilding engines left, right, and centre, probably 4 or 5 a week.
Oh, yeah.
What
Just
about-
doing that.
So you would have liked the Audi that we had in Sam's Audi.
The
Big
R7.
No, that was that Audi that we had in yesterday.
The one is that the one that you called me to?
Oh,
How do you get
Well,
jacking
no,
mode
the
on?
rear wheel
No,
one.
that was a
That was
different
a
The
different one.
pothole.
Nah, different. No, the one that
Oh,
with
the
the
one you
water. Had the
No,
water in.
no, A5?
Was it
A4,
convertible?
A4, A5.
Nah.
Sedan.
No, it wasn't convertible. Sedan, early girl.
Was it a panoramic sunroof?
Nope.
No.
No.
No, we're talking.
had a
Like,
sunroof.
we're talking like what 2010,
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe older.
Any Audis that come in with water seepage, check your drains.
Dude,
Oh, well.
there was a puddle.
Dude, no.
Check your drain in the footwell.
Or footwells.
All right, so check. So we had a special tool, and it was just
Your
a huge piece.
sunroof drain,
Yeah, your
yeah.
sunroof drain. So in each corners.
Yeah.
So front and back. So we used to every service we used to have to put that drain through because people you park under a tree, and what they used to do, they used to leave it propped up. And in Sydney, you have all the pine trees, all those real
Yeah.
sort of small fibrous leaves.
Yeah.
They used to go into there, and because they didn't wash their cars, they just used to sit in there, and they'll just decompose and go into those drains, block up, and there's no pressure holding those joiners in, so it goes down the A pillars, and it'll go down. So you get to the bottom of your dash, and it goes into a little plastic, like a knee, and then like it's only like real small pressure holding it in. So water pressure overcomes it, and just
That's real smart.
Is
Yeah,
there a
that's-
sunroof
yeah.
in it?
engineers.
Huh?
Is there a
Yeah.
sunroof in it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
But he didn't want to spend any money. I drained the water out of the car. Well, we
Over
I had
6
a-
weeks.
yeah. it
They
was-
guarantee you
Yeah,
this
he
rain's
picked
going to
up
make it
and he
fill
drove
up
out
again.
the driveway to
He
pour the
sold it
water out.
today.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Oh, did he?
he picked
Smart
it up
man.
yesterday
Mm.
and put it on Marketplace for $3,000 and
Oh,
sold
yeah.
it today. And I
Well,
was like, it's just been nothing but problems for him, so I was glad to see it go. And he didn't want to spend any more money on it.
Yeah.
So
Anything cabriolet or panoramic sunroof is bad news.
Yeah,
Terrible.
absolutely. That's good information for anyone with a sunroof. Make sure you
Make
check
sure you
your-
clean your car.
clean your drain
yeah, I'm
tubes
pretty
and stuff.
sure. I
Yeah,
know
is it-
Benny's got done the other day. Benny had water coming in. He was telling me there's water coming in from above my head, and I'm like, dude,
120
This is
series.
sunroof.
Yeah, 120
The sunroof's
Prado.
open.
Ugh.
Sorry, Benny.
But
It's not
see, so
too
we'll-
bad when they come from factory with the sunroof. It's when
Yeah.
you get it aftermarket. I've seen
who these
more
days?
so. Well, yeah, nowadays not so much, but 10 years ago, every man and their dog wanted a sunroof, so they
Yeah.
go and get one fitted aftermarket. Second year apprentices on your roof with a 9-inch gangle grinder and just
Gangle grinder,
mangle grinder.
For those ganglions.
Oh, mangle grinders.
mangle grinder.
Mangle
Okay.
grinder.
That's exactly what it was.
Well, listen, David seems to be a good chat, so
Yeah,
this
that's
is good.
it.
This is good. We'll come back to some more tech tips later, but tell us about what you do.
Everything.
Oh,
That is true. No, I give him that. Well, as I said, when
You give me a task, I'll
you
do
put
it.
that on silent,
I put my phone on silent, but
Oh,
apparently,
Haven't you ever been to the
fucking-
movies before?
apparently the watch isn't.
so
Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. That's to find my phone.
Oh,
isn't
fucking
it?
amateur.
Isn't it his shout? Didn't we make a rule last one
Yeah.
saying anybody leaves their phone or watch on?
We did.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to turn this thing on silent.
Everyone checks their phone.
Smash it with a hammer.
But yeah, David, we're talking about you.
I do everything.
You do
You
everything.
give me a task, I do it. You ask me to find something, I find it.
That is true. That is very.
If
very
I can't
true.
find it, I'll say, can't find it, sorry.
Well,
No,
you
you don't
haven't-
even say that.
no,
you
I
go,
don't.
"Oh, I'm having
I have
troubles,"
a,
but
no, my favorite one. I have a friend who works in this bit. Let me make a phone call. I'll see if I can get some dodgy thing done up for you.
yeah, that one's a good one. That one.
I'm
was-
still waiting for Hayden's spinners.
Spinners
yeah.
don't exist anymore. And frankly, I don't want to buy him for him because I know he would just trash him
No,
We
he
put- we
put
put
a
a sub.
sub
in his Elantra.
Yeah.
with his 1990s CDs that he's driving around with.
You know what? I reckon he's the definition of Sum 41. I reckon he'll walk around with frosted tips if he had hair.
He's just such the.
No, he does have frosted tips.
Guy Fieri style. He'll get the flame T-shirt.
It just
Welcome
comes
to
in-
Flavor Town.
They're just grey frosty tips.
Yeah, I know. He is a bit grey, isn't he?
He is. He's an old. He's an old soul. That one.
He is
He's
very
such an
tall.
unassuming bogan.
My name's Hayden. I'm from Tuggerong.
You
Okay.
hear and he goes, "Yeah, I got a Falcon with an LS in it." I'm like, "Oh,
Here we
yeah,
go.
rightio. I got a summon outs every year, rightio."
And-
Settle down, mate.
And when I vomited, I had a bit of mince come out my schnoz.
From the lunch that he had 2 days ago.
I just want everyone to know that.
Yeah, that's it.
Didn't taste as good as last one.
I want to put that out there. Well, yeah. All right. What else we got to talk about, Dan?
Well, I thought we'd bring something a little bit different to
Uh-oh.
the table this time, and go down a little bit of nostalgia and talk about our favourite car TV shows that we used to watch.
Top Gear
Ooh.
season 1.
Yeah, Top Gear.
Knight Rider.
No, okay, you but
TV shows?
No,
or-
see, you're a different generation to me as well.
yeah, you're too old.
So, like, Top Gear was my OG was Top Gear.
So I meant like reality car TV shows like Gas Monkey Garage.
Oh, yeah.
Fast and
Okay.
Furious.
Yeah. All right.
Pimp
I
My
grew up
Ride.
with
Pimp My Ride.
Oh,
yeah.
Pimp My Ride.
Pit my ride with
That was-
X to the Z.
Next to the
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
I've put TVs inside your TVs.
Yeah, TVs
TVs
and mud
inside
flaps.
your wheels.
One I still
Yeah.
remember from Pimp Your Ride was a pool table in the back of a ute, right? Where to take the shot, you had to wind the window, like the back, a single cab
Yeah.
ute, wind
And
the
it had to
window
wind the middle
down
bit down,
at the
yeah.
back to take a shot. And
West
I was
Coast
like,
Customs.
West Coast Customs.
Yeah.
I actually,
Or Chopper. Was that Chopper?
West Coast
American.
Chopper. That was a
That's it,
different one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And West Coast
Yeah.
Chopper, yeah, that was.
Orange County choppers.
Mm.
But the West Coast Customs,
Ryan, whatever his name is.
Ryan, I can't pronounce the last one,
Yeah.
but that is in a way a bit of what I would love to be able to get to.
You're going to put TVs inside your TVs?
No, not so much that, but having a
All in
one-stop
one
shop.
stop.
Mm.
Having a one-stop shop where you can rock up, you can say, "Hey, I need to get my
Here's
service
my
done,"
car. I want you to trick it out.
and then, "Oh, wait a sec, I bumped into something the other day. Can you fix that scratch on the back?" "Yeah, no worries, we can sort it all out." That's the one-stop shop. Wheels, tires, everything. So, but is it raining
Do
again?
it. Yes.
I
Getting
don't think it
heavier.
really stopped.
Hey?
I don't think it really stopped.
It just
Yeah.
got heavier.
Sorry, everybody, if you hear a lot of noise. We're in a workshop with a tin roof and it's raining, so there's nothing we can really do about it. So
There's-
hopefully it's
there's-
not too bad.
Flood warnings, people. Again.
Flood warnings again.
Yeah.
Lucky you have a snorkel. Well,
Lucky I live on a hill.
Oh, the boat at home now.
oh yeah.
Nice new
yeah,
wheel nuts on that one.
No, they're still in my bag.
So you haven't even done
You
that.
had a nice brake.
Is that
new,
what the
new
black
brake slide?
wheel nuts were on that?
Yeah.
I
What?
need wheel nuts. What for? Trailer.
Did
you know the size? Not really.
I told you what happened to that.
No.
So after we rebuilt it and whatnot,
Yeah.
it went away to get some stuff looked at with Nick that used to work next
Yeah,
door. And then, long story short, he brought it back, put it in the driveway, and I'm reversing it. I was just making this noise, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And one of the bolts from the caliper had fallen out.
Ew.
So,
You're gonna drain the main vein.
oh
yeah.
Jesus.
Why don't you take a microphone with you? Be a real man.
That would have been funny.
You just hear little dribbles coming out.
Yeah.
And then, anyways, I was like, "Fuck, all right." So I'll fix that. Luckily, the bolt, like it must have just happened in the driveway, so I'll fix that. And then we got busy, so I went on with my day, and I was like, "I've got to get the boat out of here. I've got to take it home." So I put it on the car trailer. I put it on back on the car. Started towing
Did
it
you
away.
lose the wheel nuts?
No, I didn't touch the wheel nuts. Right. Started towing it away. Got to like just around the corner from my house, and when I put my foot in the brake, I just ding 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 ding, and I was like, "What the
That's not good.
that's not good." And I'm thinking, far out. So I tried to get it home, going slowly and without braking. But as I turned in, like to the street where I turned into my street, I had to brake, and I just heard this dunk dunk dunk.
I didn't know I drove a truck.
I was like, "Oh, you're kidding me!" It actually cracked the one of the bolts had come out of the caliper
Yeah.
again, and it cracked the rim.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
So it sat it down on its guts.
I guess you could say that wasn't really good.
That was really bad, and a bit tiring because the tire went flat. So,
It looked like it needed to have a break, but it didn't.
well, yeah, it didn't have a break. Wow, look, you're full of the puns today.
I know.
Yeah,
It's been a
wow.
long day.
Very punny.
It has been very punny. That was good. All right, back to car shows though.
Car shows.
So yeah, okay, West Coast Customs, you know.
West Coast Customs.
But,
OG Top Gear.
all right,
That's
you
why
know,
that was my
what about the car movies? Now everyone's going to say Fast and Furious.
yeah. First two only.
Days of
No.
Thunder.
Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Has anybody seen
Yeah,
Days of Thunder?
We have been.
I'm gonna
I haven't seen
like
it for a very long time.
Talladega Nights.
Oh, Talladega Nights is the
Oh
best
yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
That's the best one. It
Talladega Nights. Ricky
beats,
Bobby.
beats all of them.
Ricky Bobby, the best driver. Ricky Bobby
You
always.
spilled my macchiato.
Save me, Jesus! Save me, Tom
I
Cruise!
must be living under a rock. I've
I'm
never
gonna
heard of
cut
that.
you like a spider
It's
monkey.
like another spin-off of Step Brothers. Same people,
Yeah.
just NASCAR.
What? You have not seen Talladega Nights.
Guess what you're doing tonight?
You're gonna go
You got
home.
homework.
Watching whatever that movie was. You just
I think it's
said.
on Paramount if you have
The
that.
greatest.
Oh, we just did
Is
that
it-
today.
What?
We just signed up for Paramount.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, we
Talladega Nights. It is a really good. Any female will say no, it's not. But any mechanically minded imbecile like us.
See, I
they will.
find it so hard. Being a mechanic has wrecked
My life.
a lot of that, but movie experiences, I suppose you'd say, like going to watch Fast and Furious or whatever at the movies.
Like in Fast and Furious when Jesse had no brake calipers on his car.
Yeah, yeah.
Danger
Or
to
when you
manifold.
danger to manifold and then the floor falls out. Like,
No,
Why
but
is
see,
why is the
it's
floor
just-
screwed
But you
together?
know what the worst part is? Like when it
It's
says danger to manifold, everyone's like danger to manifold, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, because he was just pumping so much NOS through it. Then like it would have overpressurized because it's turbo putting NOS in there. You're putting pressure on top of pressure that's gone cold.
But did it pressure the cabin? Isn't that why the?
No,
Floor
I
come
think
out?
that's just because he was going too quick. He was going Mark Jesus.
Way too, way too
So-
quick for the Eclipse
Yeah.
floor plan, which is
Well,
tech screwed in apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even think it was tech screwed. I think it was just kind of like
Pop rivet?
pop
not
rivets
even those.
come
You know,
flying
those
out
like
of the
little
dash.
trim screws that have little washers on. It was just like half a turn on.
Yeah. It's like those quarter turn
Yeah,
trim
it's
screws.
Just
yeah.
like the ones on the BMWs.
Yeah, any European cars really.
So I'll just have to-
Or even those really annoying
Right,
metal
yeah,
ones that you
yeah.
push up, like your weird metal clips.
Uh,
I think they're on
yeah.
Hondas, the Honda under tray clips.
But, all right,
Well,
you're
my
saying-
Honda didn't have an undertray.
saying
So I
to
don't
me
know
this
that
Talladega
one.
Nights, I have to ask. I have to know. Have any of you seen Days of Thunder?
Yes, it was years ago. Tom Cruise.
You've seen it?
No, I'm too young for that.
There's is it's
I think
it's another race.
Brendan's seen
It's
it for
it's
that too.
not. Is it NASCAR?
NASCAR,
Oh, I
it's
thought it was-
another-
I thought
I
it was
know the one that you're
IndyCar.
talking about
But
now.
it's more
Yeah.
it's Cold Trickle.
That's too
Cold Trickle's
serious
in
for
that.
my liking.
Yeah, it's way too serious.
Yeah, well, it was still a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for so long though, because it wasn't that good. It
What
was
else?
good. it
Did
was
everyone?
just old
Did
as
anyone
fuck.
ever, like going off cars? Did anyone ever see Torque, the
Yes.
motorcycle movie?
Yes.
Because I vaguely remember that watching that when I was
When-
like 5.
When he had the motorbike that had this big turbo, and then when
Yeah.
he took off, it left.
Right, that was one of those, like, that was, wasn't like, because I have no interest in motorbikes. It was more about going fast.
And he crashed
I was
it
just like,
and
ooh.
managed to fly away from it. And
Yeah, it's really over exaggerated.
what about Biker Boys?
No, I don't know.
That's another motorbike one.
Biker Mouse from Mars.
That movie's coming out
That's
soon.
coming out, yeah.
No, I can't wait for Biker Mice from Mars because that's my era. Again, sorry.
Chris is the oldest one here.
Yeah,
Basically
alright,
a boomer.
Dad.
So my first snap-on rep. Do you know his name?
Who?
My first snap-on rep.
Phil.
Moses.
Moses.
I wasn't around here. I was in Sydney.
No.
My Snap-on rep
You
was named
obviously
Chris.
listened to Pilot.
You would have listened to it if you listened to the pilot.
I listened to it. I don't remember a lot.
You
Ask
remember
my-
all the phone numbers?
Yeah, I know, but that's that again. Autism.
Phone
Like,
yeah, fair
Numbers, money. Like I don't know my
Numbers.
partner's phone number.
Enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I know his number. I know a lot of customers' numbers, but
Yeah, that's
That's
same
why
as
you
me.
see him come up and you go, do I want to talk to this person or not? And you go,
100%.
oh, that's Chris. I can talk to
I
him.
see certain numbers and I'm like, nah, someone else can get
nah,
that.
see you later.
No, Chris is. I'm always really Chris because my go-to answer when Chris calls is wank.
Yeah.
Wah.
or
Where you learn
this.
that from?
Or it's
This
just,
is a
it's
good
just
one.
this. Ready? And then Sarah will start laughing because she can't hold her like seriously.
Or I'd go, are you actually there or is my phone playing up? Hello?
Hello,
Because
hello,
it's
hello?
50-50 because the phones here play up quite a
We can
bit.
still hear
yeah,
you.
yeah, they do. They do. They really get onto that.
It's
So-
not you, it's the telecommunications company.
We can still hear you vaping in the background, Brendan.
Damn it.
you didn't
you wanna-
hide it.
Do you want a mic holder? I've got an actual mic holder. I
Yeah,
printed.
that's right. You can just
He's
deal
too
with it.
fidgety.
Put it on your hat.
I believe what Brendan's doing right now is what you do. Oh, squirrel.
Oh
He's
yeah.
just, he's just too savage with those sunglasses.
Oh,
Oh.
what new ones too? Oh, that's just heavy as shit. All right.
They're a bit flash, those sunnies.
Wah.
Yeah, the new,
Too
well, not
simple.
new, but the safety glasses and whatnot. But they've changed the design, so the side of them here are just a blank
They
piece
block
of
out the
plastic.
sun.
So you're constantly walking around and you feel like you've got
Yeah,
blinkers
but,
on.
yeah, but is that because they're sunglasses?
No, they're
if you-
safety
but-
glasses.
Yeah, but they're safety rated sunglasses for people who work
Yeah,
outside.
true.
Yeah,
They're
but
for
I'll-
builders,
his
not
ones
for
are better.
fucking mechanics.
I got better ones.
You got the OG ones
Yeah.
where they're like,
Clear panel on the
Yeah.
side.
I got Heatwave safety glasses, and you can get the clip-on one edition.
I got heat waves.
Yeah, I used to wear them. Then I had to get prescriptions, and I was like, it's gonna cost me so much money to get prescription
Well,
Heatwaves.
I can get you maxi safe ones from Burson's at Charmhaven.
Maxi safe.
I
just
got
normal
Sarah
ones.
to
Normal.
ring
Oh,
you.
there's a
I
box.
know, but I couldn't get any quick. She's like, I want them now.
Is
I'm like,
it?
I don't have them now.
There's a box. We got a box of safety.
But she
glasses
wanted
out
them
there.
tinted, and I'm like, I got clear.
Yeah, I needed something.
I needed tinted.
I don't know who that was for. I'm taking it.
That's all right. You have that one. You enjoy that one. Wow.
Everyone's on the sounds today.
Yeah.
Who's going to fart first and hear it? The mics will pick it up.
Oh no! If I fart, we may as well just leave.
Oh no!
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty red hot lately.
No!
Ask everyone at work.
That's pretty well timed.
That was pretty well timed. Yeah. Okay. So
Fuck, this rain is doing murder to this audio.
it is.
Very sorry, guys, if you can hear it.
It is actually like it sounds like a Chinese rice fight in the back.
Chinese rice.
Should I not have gone there?
I've never heard one of those before till now.
What? You know when your TV's? Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh, you're talking about when it gets like your staticky and stuff.
Yeah, it goes all black and white. And it's-
Yeah, static.
Yeah, like in that movie where they wake up and
The Ring.
the ring. Yeah, that's the
Oh
one.
yeah.
Or
Early
scary,
2000s
or scary
horror
movie.
movies.
Scary movie
Yeah.
3, I think it was.
The Ring. That was a scary movie. All right, have we finished on the car movie
I
section?
don't know. Have we?
We kind of left it and come back to it about 15
This is what it's like being a mechanic. You just go off track
Yeah,
every time. Doesn't
that's
matter
the
what you
point.
do, it's going to change.
Yeah.
Well, see, I got shiny things I'm playing with. over
Ooh,
here.
squirrel.
Don't lose that.
I'm not going to lose it.
I don't trust you.
1 hour later,
down.
I lost it.
I lost it. It's gone.
Oh no!
Hey Dan. Hey Dan. We didn't do one of those things. That I lost it.
No, we got to get some new cables.
Yeah, we're gonna get some new cables for the new machine.
Oh, so we got the new machine, right? The new machine we discussed last week. It was a purchase that
Chris impulse brought.
Impulse
'Cause he
bought
couldn't-
in the
he
middle of the
couldn't wait.
night because couldn't wait.
Probably half drunk.
Yeah, and anyway, so Dan sends me a bunch of stuff and says we need to get this stuff as well. I'm like, yep, sweet, no worries, we'll look into it. And then Alex El Jefe.
Oh, that's why Alex was mad at you and he said, get this dropped off to Dan. Okay, I get it.
See, now you've just let it out to her. Now she's gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so
She
you're
already
in on
knew
this."
that.
I can guarantee, as I said, they're not going to listen to this.
Yeah, no, Alex will.
El Jefe, mate.
Yeah. And then, anyways, I get this. She goes, "You can't buy anything else." And I'm like,
Watch me.
Okay. And then she shows me photos. She goes, "Okay, these are what I bought you." And I'm like, "Sweet." So she bought a new microphone,
Yeah, you got the full legit Rode one.
Rode
That's awesome.
microphone, Rode
Rode arm.
boom, and Rode. What?
No, I don't think they're Rode headphones, but they're just
Another set of headphones.
another set of headphones.
They rocked up, not yesterday, the day before,
And I ruined it.
and Dan ruined it for me.
Dan said he couldn't have them.
Dan said, "Nah, it's fine. We got these other little Rode ones to work."
Which
is
you
the
haven't
one-
used at all. Wow, the first one they're being used.
No, I've used them.
Have you?
Yes,
Prove it.
I've used them, haven't I?
When?
He was actually
Yeah.
in one of his Facebook videos, on his
Yeah,
Facebook
no,
Reels, there
it
is
would be.
one. I remember it was sitting on his collar.
There's a
Yeah,
couple.
no, there-
there's
yeah, there
probably
would be
a couple of
videos.
them. Shut up, dickhead. Anyways, and then I sat there and I looked at this black package for ages, going, "I know what it is."
How can I get this?
And I'm like,
through?
I said to her, "Can I use it tomorrow night at the podcast?" And she goes, "Nah, Dan said you got enough, you don't need it." So, and he said it gives you something to open on your birthday. I took a photo of it and sent it to you and
I was
said,
being
"You
I was
fuck."
being very generous. Like,
Why don't you wait until Mum's asleep one night and swap it out with the old stuff?
Oh,
because
No,
no,
well, we
stuff's at
still-
my house.
And we still need the old stuff so you guys can actually hear what we're hearing, with, especially with the buttons. Like,
That-
was it-
That's a new button. I did wham.
Wang,
I'm
wham.
gonna get a wham sound
Dude,
bite.
but can I get a controller for the buttons,
No,
please?
you fucking
Just a little one, just with the
brain.
buttons.
You'll sit there and
It's
finger fuck
Dan's
it.
toy.
Yeah,
Leave it
you will
alone.
sit there and go and fucking ruin
All right.
everything.
Well, one night you're gonna set it up, and I'm gonna be that person over there.
You can't handle this pressure.
And that night's just going to be a whole bunch of wham, 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 wham.
So I'll just get one of those ducks that go. Whack.
You probably need one of those, actually.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just so I've got something to.
Instead of the fucking outdoor alarm.
Oh.
Wham.
Have you seen those? Have you seen the TikToks and some reels and that of the guys that strap those chickens to their feet and then walk around?
Yeah,
the
and they walk
room?
around, they hit each other. Yeah.
That's
Like, what is it? It was like, it's almost like Murder in the Dark, but with
Yeah.
blindfolds and chickens on your feet.
Chickens on your feet, yeah.
And violence.
That was that first came out, people were like duct taping with the cars as like the bump.
Yeah.
And like fucking hell. I think Cletus McFarlane did it. Put it on his like bumper of a car and like crashed into things like wah.
I love that. Well, there's another one of the guy that's in the shopping centre or something. They're all hanging on the. And he walks up and he grabs them all and he squeezes them and then they all go. Wah. Yeah, no, that was that's a good one. Cool. So, have we got any talk on tools?
Well, I got my new electric ratchet.
I know you got your new electric ratchet.
Got a 5-day Milwaukee Blitz at Burson's.
I was just about to say that's.
I got a better price.
Ooh.
I got a better price. Tool Warehouse had a sale before you guys.
Yeah, Tool Warehouse. Actually, I think I went through this. You look at Tool Warehouse, their prices, and then look at the delivery fee.
Yeah, no, but then I went to City Tools and said, you price match, so you can price match.
I
this
tried a
for me."
price match.
Um,
It's really hard.
but do you, like you're selling it with the 5-day blitz? Do you actually have any stock?
Yeah.
Some we do.
Oh, see.
So,
It's very difficult, but we try to get it. It's just, yeah. Like, it's tools are probably one of the hardest things to get as an auto
wow.
part supplier.
Yeah, that'd be so awful.
Because I do all the Milwaukee stuff pretty much. So I have to sell parts, but I also have to sell tools.
Hey, babe, you listen to this? If I
Yeah.
buy more, it's his fault.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, so yeah, going back, buying the ratchet, walked in there to see Total Tools, sorry, and said, took the ratchet up and said, hey, want this and this battery, but I want it at this price, can you price match? And old mate was like,
See, the only difference between me and him,
yeah,
I won't sit there and grunt. I'll just say, nah. Or I'll be like,
Yeah.
give me 5 minutes and I'll call you back. And I'll go, I'll talk to the powers that be. Can I do this? And he'll be like, who is it for?
It's
Well,
based,
But a lot of the time it's, who's it for? And we price match for a lot of our clientele who work
Yeah.
like alongside with us a lot. If it's Joe Blow from the front counter, it's just like, no, sorry, but
Yeah, but does your website say your price match?
we don't have a website
Yeah, exactly. Their website
because
says
we're
their
we,
price match.
we're for the mechanic, not for the retail.
Yeah, so their website says their price match. So I was like, how can you whinge about this?
Exactly, but
you advertise price matching, so you can't whinge.
yeah, well, we price match some stuff. Again, like we do price match,
Yeah.
but we won't price match for anyone who's just coming in to get a cheap price.
No, no.
So that's how we do it. But
Yeah. Oh, mate, our mate was not impressed. So I had a tool
Oh,
up,
yeah, like-
and I went and said, "Oh, hey, mate, here's the tool. I want to buy this, but I found a cheaper price at Total Tool Warehouse. Can you match it?" And he spoke to old mate. Old mate's like, "Yeah, we can match it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Sweet." I said, "Also found the battery. Can you match that price?" He goes, "Oh, you're killing me here, man." I'm like, "Well, your website says your price match, dude."
yeah, like and that's the funny thing. Like in the retail sector, I get it. In ours, it's like because we're trade. So I work for trade. I don't work for retail.
Okay.
So that's why all your Burson stores, they're all going to be hidden away in the back somewhere in an industrial estate. They're not going to be in a shopping centre or in a big high population area.
What about Gosford?
Gosford, that's in the main back street, dirty
it's on the-
Gosford.
But it's
the
like,
main
you don't
road.
have big signs
Yeah, but
everywhere.
it's
so here we
industrial
are.
area though.
It is an industrial.
It's
but
not like if you
it's
look
across the
where,
road from petrol station.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see?
Don't you get more and more like people in the know going there though? Like people who DIY guys going into Burson's a lot.
Not really.
Really?
No, they go to
just-
Repco.
They still like my best one. I get this on the daily, is we'll have something. So we stock our own line of product. We buy from people who make it from
Yeah.
OE quality.
Yeah, you got a bunch of different.
We have a premium range and then we have an icon series. That's Premier Auto Trade.
Yeah.
You can either get a Denso NGK, a name brand
Yeah.
product in a Premier Auto Trade box, or you can get an icon series, which is a lot people get. It'd be a yellow box,
Yeah.
which is a straight aftermarket one that it's your cheaper version.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we get this day in and day out. Well, like our best example is wheel speed sensors, Commodores. VE Commodores, they always break.
Yeah.
And we sell them for about $100. And you'll find, I had one today. I can get one from Repco for $37.
We'll go
Okay,
Repco
go
then.
go to Repco, go
Yeah,
get it.
why
I,
are you
I
calling
can't
me
get it
then?
for 3 weeks, so I'm like, I have 4 on the shelf now.
Yeah, and this is
Oh.
the price it is.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, and that's where they usually jump up and say, oh, you go fuck yourself, and then they'll hang up on us, and I'm like, see ya.
It's like that's fine, but
Yeah, and that's-
unfortunately we
and-
don't price match that.
And,
so
and that's the thing. It's like this is like when people call up and say, we stock Fuchs, Penrite, Castrol.
yeah,
When people want to get a Fuchs oil, but they want to get it at a Valvoline price, it's like
it doesn't work.
you're comparing chalk and cheese. It's like, and no oil company's the same. Like, I like Fuchs because it's German. I've looked
Yeah.
into a lot of their stuff that they do. Fuchs is great.
Fuchs is great, and as you said though, it comes
It's
down
very
to
expensive.
the price.
The price.
We use Valvoline because
Yeah.
they cover and meet
And-
all expectations and warranty and all that sort of
That's
stuff.
it. And
But like even some of their oils are $26 a liter,
yeah, that's
and
it.
you try and put that to someone and sell that to
Well,
someone,
and that's
they
what
go,
people forget now. Oil's not just oil anymore. Because I remember,
Oils
like when
ain't oils.
yeah, no, oil's not oil anymore. Like like when I first started my apprenticeship, pretty much that was the changeover when oil was becoming not oil. So I remember the oil that we used was Castrol GTX3 professional grade. You could not buy it on the shelf.
No,
It was a 5W30 low ash oil designed specifically for Volkswagen Group cars.
yeah,
It was low ash, so they used it from your 1 litre A1s, 1.4 litre A1s to your V12 R8s. All the cars use the same oil. Doesn't matter if it was diesel, petrol, V12, 4-cylinder, 3-cylinder. Did not matter. It covered all their range, and it did what it needed to be done.
sweet.
So there was a specific oil, and that's what it all has become now. It's just like you pay for a license now. All the oil companies, they pay for a license. So you look for a certain API specification,
the license to what blend and create
the license for their additive.
Okay.
So they'll most cars these days want a low ash additive because your DPFs. So DPFs have only become, in the past 10, 15 years, DPFs only just came into it.
Yeah,
And when you're using oil that was just oil, it creates soot because it doesn't burn enough. And then, yeah, so they came out with all these detergents and whatnot to stop that soot carbonizing in the DPF and getting blocked and getting all your DPF issues. That's
Yeah.
why they want certain licenses.
but soot gets the moot though.
Correct, but that's why if you're smart, you'll delete your DPF.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.
What?
Well, you can't do that. You can't. That's
No,
illegal.
don't do that,
For
guys.
racetrack use only.
Yeah,
racetrack use, off-road use only.
Yeah,
Can be
that's-
done.
Off-road use only. Yes, it can be done.
But it's off-road use only, guys. Only if you race in Dakar
And you, yeah, and
Or the
and some
thing
On a
forms
closed
signed.
circuit.
on a closed circuit. Yeah, Sydney Motorsport Park.
Yeah. Or-
But and that's what it is. Oil's not oil anymore.
No.
Like oil, the days of oil being oil is gone.
What
Like,
do you mean? I
Remember-
can't just go to my servo and get some oil out of there?
yeah.
remember the ads?
Shell
like,
Helix.
Remember the
That's
ads
what we used to use it for.
with
2 different oils.
Castrol Magnatec?
Yeah, I use Castrol
Yeah.
Magnatec. That was the first oil I used to use.
Yeah, that was
10W30, 100 Integra. Loved it. Good drop.
The drop.
No, see, my VH Commodore took like 2050. Whatever. go on.
I remember my Corolla took the thickest oil possible and then stopped smoke.
Whatever was cheapest.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
hard life being an
See,
apprentice.
when I started my apprenticeship in 2001, guys. Okay, just so you know.
I was in year 1 then.
That was a rough year that year. So was
Year
I.
one.
Same age.
Wow, same age. All right, Dad, settle down.
That was a rough year, 2001.
And now,
Is it
see,
all-
now I
That
want
was
to
a
push
very rough
Now I
year.
want to push a button. Is there a button there?
Is it
What do you
almost
want?
bedtime?
I don't know. Not ew. Not ew. Oh,
Wah.
can you turn it off when you press the button?
Yeah, I can turn it off now.
Aha, even better. Anyways. No, that's just not right. Stop it now. I'm taking the button. Yeah, I'm taking the
Piss
button.
him off.
What was I saying?
Oh,
See,
Grandpa.
see, squirrels.
VH
Yeah,
Commodore.
2001, you started your
Okay,
apprenticeship.
so we
old as
had
fuck.
3 oils. We had 3 oils in our workshop, right? Because
Three.
around
Back in the day, man.
around then, that's when all the low ash stuff started to come in. So we had a low ash diesel oil. I think we had a
That's what I told you anyway.
1030 and a 2050.
You got
2015.
modern cars, semi-modern cars,
Yeah.
old as fuck.
Pretty
You
much.
Use a lot
That's
of
all
oil.
it was. That's all it
Don't
was
use
back
much.
then. Yeah.
Use a little bit.
And that's exactly
Customer
it. And-
complaint: oil consumption high, 2050.
Yeah, that was it. So
Not if you're
and you know, like I
take a
did,
dipstick.
Yeah.
like I had a lot of old lasers coming in. You know,
How
we
good.
still we were on the transition
laser.
then. We were on the transition from all the carby cars were dying out and all
Yeah.
the fuel injector stuff was coming.
Yeah.
Right, so that's where.
Legit had carbureted cars coming
Do you
to your
want to?
workshop.
When I did my apprenticeship, do you want to know what?
Dude, I drove a carby car for my first car.
Yeah, like, do you want to know? Like, I was probably the last year they taught carburetors, but do you know what they did to teach us? They pulled the box off the shelf and said, "This is a carburetor," and they put it in the bin.
Yeah, that's basically it.
And I was just like, because I didn't go to TAFE, I went to privatised version. I went to the Audi Centre of Excellence.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So, yeah,
Did-
they actually still
Yeah.
teach cars.
And
Audi
Audi,
Centre of
haven't had a
Excellence.
carbureted car since like the 80s, so they were just like, "You're never going to see this again."
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm working
Here,
like I do every day.
here out the front on an Audi
8 till 5,
SQ5.
Wilson's Charmhaven, 20 Arizona Road.
Even CIT in Canberra was where I did my apprenticeship. Same thing. It was this is a carby. They pointed on it, and it was an old green Victor lawnmower with
Yeah,
no
right.
handle,
Well,
no wheels on it on the bench. That's a carby. Move on.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I
There
think you
was
said
literally
this
no
what it is.
explanation.
they don't touch 'em anymore.
Nah.
When you did your apprenticeship, right? Did any of you make any tools at work?
No.
At TAFE,
We
made
had
TAFE.
we made a thread gauge.
Yes, actually, we did.
So they gave us a chunk of wood. We had to tap and die out
A
thread
chunk
ga-
of wood.
A chunk of wood, sorry, chunk of metal.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
But we had to.
That's not
I remember
very
we had to
accurate.
drill the holes. We had to tap them, and then we had to get studs and put them through to make it like a proper thread gauge. Because you can buy the thread gauges, but they made us make one instead. I was just like, okay,
All right, you want to hear what I made?
can you say what you made or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
I
on.
made
What did Moses
A
make? you make?
float level tool for carbies.
I don't know what that is. Isn't that a screwdriver where you just hit it and the air comes out?
No, it was basically like a rectangle piece of metal, and then it had like a rhombus shape cut out of it. So that's one of them I made, and then we made an LED test light. Like so, we used a pen, a couple of like a red.
LED
and-
test light back then. That would have been very good, useful. Wouldn't it?
LEDs
I'm
probably just
pretty
came out.
sure. I'm honest to God, I'm
Wouldn't
pretty sure I've
incandescent
still
one be
got it
better?
in one of my toolboxes around here.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't be
So,
shocked.
You do.
They're a good
hoard
little
all
tool
the
though.
shit.
So that's the thing. If you make the tool, you'll know how to use it. Like I made a lot of load
I
testers.
didn't know how to use the float level.
I made a lot of load testers. So we used to make load testers because we had to test for voltage drop for a long time, and you had to load up the wire, and there was no commercially available tool to load up wires. So we used to just go into our warranty pile with all the wiring looms.
Yeah.
Because Q7s used to melt their wiring looms in the tailgates. Fucking thank you.
Junk.
Cut them all up, and you make these test lights, and you'd
Yeah,
sell them to
good
apprentices for
cars.
$50.
Yeah, okay.
And you're like, I made you a tool out of scrap, and it takes you 20 minutes. You say back after work. Just there you go.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I still got one in my toolbox, I think,
Used
actually.
to, used to rape apprentices $50 for that.
Because Snap-on used to rape us too. So.
that
Teach
was
you
a
how to make
quarter,
it.
a quarter of my wage.
What's that? $50?
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then, at inflation, it's probably like
Back
that
then,
was a long time ago. That was
Moses would just snap on
Christopher,
their line.
that was 23 years ago.
Yeah, I get that. All
I
right.
just started year one.
I get it.
I could
get
barely read.
Get fucking over it,
And
mate.
you
You're
were a
old.
full blown adult by then.
So when I started my apprenticeship,
Yeah, but you started your apprenticeship. Commodores were new.
the mechanic,
Cars
the
make
owner
extra
of the
the
workshop,
LS1 just came
Yeah,
out. It was
LS1
sick.
just came out. VT Commodores were coming off the shelf.
He's like, guys, you suck.
Look, I'm going to show you.
I didn't come here to get
That's
bullied.
it's a great show running an audio platform, a picture.
No, I'm not
Hey,
showing
guys, look at
them.
this.
I'm showing
Hey
you
guys,
guys.
look at this.
So this was me at the workshop back in, fuck knows.
Who was that for?
Friday, November 2nd, 2001, Central Coast Express Advocate.
Far
Ooh,
out.
that's
That's
old.
that's a very.
I don't even think the Express is around anymore.
There's no such thing as paper, right?
No, there's still paper.
Is that Saliga?
Yeah, it's an old school
Being
solution.
held up with
TA22.
Sky Crane?
How good's a TA22?
What?
The engine's
Skyhawks.
being held up with Skyhawk.
Oh, yeah, I had the gearbox out getting recode.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Bullshit.
It's like that sleeker over there on the hoist.
Don't mind that's like on the
Oh, that's
way,
not. That's like
really
that's like an
turd.
S. What is it? SA182
Sorry.
or something? It's like
A
one
white
bef-
one.
Yeah, it's got wheels.
It's got one.
It's only
It's an
white
old-
because the
it's an
photo's
old
black and white.
Toyota.
Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Photo is
Oh,
black
that's
and
like, oh, yeah, that's,
He's like, guys, I didn't come here to get
No,
bullied.
that's
There's
not bad.
colour on
That
the
would have been
back.
fairly new, wouldn't it?
Back then, it would have been.
That would have been fairly new. That's like one of the rally ones.
No, well, that's
No,
a
that was the one
98.
after it.
It's got pop-up and down headlights.
That's
Isn't
a
that
nine,
like,
that's
so
a
what's that-
98.
What model that one then?
I don't know.
So that's going to be like 80 something. I
So
reckon.
that's
Early
a-
90s.
Yeah, early. That's the early 90s. That was one of the.
I know where
homologation
I know
jobs
where it is now though.
in the bin.
Oh, it's
Probably.
probably one of these cans.
I was
Or
gonna say.
something. Just-
That's where that should be.
yeah. Well, yeah. So this.
I like old cars.
No.
I see. I'd own one of them.
Yeah, I probably.
I would
would-
own one of them.
I probably
If
would too. But this
get-
lady came in the other day, right? She'd had. I felt so sorry for her. She had her car. She hadn't had her car for the last 2 years. It was at a dealership.
That's where she went wrong.
There was a warranty issue. They apparently
Fucking hell, Brendan.
they
2
replaced,
rounds on Brendan.
they replaced
Hit it with a
the
hammer.
engine, and then warranty again. They had to do it again, but they didn't. They rebuilt. It was really a clusterfuck. It was
a
an absolute
kerfuffle.
absolute clusterfuck. And anyway, she drove it here to get a blue slip because for 2 years it has been unregistered. She paid them $2,500 on top of whatever
Ew.
they did. She drove it here, and in the driveway,
Broke
it,
down.
It fucking died.
well, it didn't die, but
It
it
killed
just
itself again.
it just
died.
spat oil and coolant out of the overflow, everything
It
going
went
on.
bleh.
So then she's taken it down there. I don't know what's happened, but she rings up the other day. She sends us actually a nice bunch of flowers and a thank you note because, you know, I was like, listen, you're going to have to get it towed back there.
You're
And-
so helpful.
yeah, so helpful. But she's brought us this thing,
Mm.
right? It's a 98 Celica.
I'd own it.
Okay, we would probably own it.
I like shit boxes.
We would probably own it 100%. But to get it on the road, it's $5,000. There's $5,000 worth of work: brakes, tires,
Ew.
service, hoses. Like, because everything's perished. It's been sitting for 2 years. Like, I'm not gonna convince her to fix that. I did find out that it is one of relatives passed away and gave it to them.
So it holds some intrinsic value to
It
them.
might have some sentimental value, but I'm not going to say to her,
It's not
"You
worth
need-
fixing it up.
You need to fix
Yeah.
this now." I'm just going to say to her, and I'm not going to put her in a car and say, "Oh, we can just do this to get her out on the road, and then next week you're going to have to come back and have this, this, and this done." I'd be better off just saying, "Go on, find a car worth $5,000, bring it in, we'll check it over, and then take it away."
Do you do pre inspections here?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good thing always to get done on cars before you buy them,
100%.
because as much as the automotive trade is truthful. You never
he
trust
used
anyone.
his fingers then when he said that.
You never ever trust anyone
No, 100%.
because unless they've got receipts and paperwork to prove it, it always ends up bad for you. You
Even
never end
then.
up. You never end up with a win. You'll get that one win in your life, but that's it.
Yeah, and we've had a few of them lately where a person's just bought the car or something, and
And it's
then-
just been clapped.
Just gone to shit.
yeah. So
Service history matters.
service history does matter, but
Unless you're a mechanic buying your own car.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even trust
still.
me. I make bad financial decisions.
no, when you're a mechanic buying a car, it's worse for the seller because you just sit there and go, oh no, it needs this, needs that, needs this, needs that, needs this, needs that, needs this. Then you get it, and then you drive it for 12 months and go, oh,
Yeah.
it broke.
Whoopsie.
I remember looking through my logbook of my car and going, oh, skip a service here, skip a service there. I was like, meh,
Dude,
I'll need it.
That's actually a good topic too. Service history. What does everyone recommend?
As
10,000
in
Ks.
10,000 Ks.
Every
6
10,000?
months.
Max.
Yeah,
10,000.
I go every 5.
Well, yeah, okay. You would because you can.
Because I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Financially speaking, 10,000 6 months is where it's at. Twice a year, you have your car looked at and serviced.
Yeah.
Right. If you tee that in with your rego checks as well, right, you get one service and check over. Then you come back, you get your service and your rego done.
Because it's crazy how much a car can actually change in 6 months.
Exactly.
Correct.
Sure is.
It's insane. That's
But the
insane.
funny thing
what
is
people-
They're not made of feathers.
no.
The pink slips are lasting 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
Because now you can do 6 months rego, but you only have to get one pink slip. So if a customer comes in here in say March, and their car's not due until June, we can still do their pink slip back then legally, but
Yeah, right.
yet in 3 months,
Anything could
a car can change.
Well, it's even crazy. Brand new car, 5 years, no inspection needed.
And then every time they come in after 5 years, you need 4 tyres.
Yeah.
And then they go, what? It's a brand new car. No, it's 5 years old with
Nice.
200,000 Ks on
Yeah,
it.
Tyres
My
are being
dirt-
flat.
well, I think it's pretty stupid, really, but my dirt bike
Yeah.
bought brand new. I still have not done a pink slip on it. How many tyres do dirt bikes get? Especially rear
Yeah.
tyres, where
How
their
many tyres you
headlights.
put on it?
3 or 4
Yeah, right.
sets of tyres.
Yeah.
But how many bikes are out there without blinkers, without this, without that, because they're snapped off or melted or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Well, you live in
it may be.
Watanabe, so you would have a majority of them.
I'm not Watanabe,
Close enough to it, aren't you?
whatever.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm ex-Watanabe.
Same thing, but
Nah.
just a bit further up.
Nobody's that way.
I'm the classy side.
I turn left instead of right.
He lives at the dam, mate. Didn't you know
Oh, he
that?
would too.
So, yeah.
Bring on the dam.
He went to the dam, like, he was that desperate last week. He went to the dam on his own.
Needed to have a slap.
You were up my ass and he ran me over. You watched me pull
loved
in,
it.
you're like, nah, fuck this prick. And kept sailing.
Didn't hear you complaining though.
I had to go pick up my son, okay?
Oh, you could have taken him to the playground?
Well, I did actually think about it on the way back. I was like,
Hey, I know
Still
Brendan's going to
there.
be there.
No, I was
I might
like-
stop in.
I was
Yeah,
like
that's
looking
it.
for his bike going, is he
there? Is he there?
No, I was like, oh no, we'll keep going. So Manny wanted lollies.
Typical.
Always wants fucking lollies. Never have
Lollies are overrated though.
someone doing skids out there.
Yeah, someone's doing, yeah.
Liquid
Commodore's got
horsepower.
some liquid horsepower, yeah.
Yeah, it's wet, you know.
I've got
it's
my
a
liquid
cul-de-sac.
LSD now. Yay.
So another thing that's happened this week that I wanted to talk about is the purple ute.
Oh, yes, the ute that...
So
I don't think they've got the whole full story.
no, they haven't. I haven't even mentioned it. But you know, this is something that's interesting because it scared the shit out of you when the cops rocked up here.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. I was like, no, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
So I've got a purple ute here that we've done a heap of work on in the last 6 months. But we came down, we did 2.5 grand's worth of work on it in a blue slip. And then, anyways, it came back like a month or two later and it had been crashed.
Is that the Maloo?
No,
No,
Okay, I was going to say.
no,
Put
purple
so much
Falcon.
time and effort in getting parts for that car.
No, purple Falcon ute.
Okay.
And
Brendan.
it had been crashed, unregistered, uninsured. So then I start, like, we quote it up and we go, it's going to cost you this much. But yeah, go ahead and fix it. So we went ahead and fixed it. And this customer once before had come down. We'd done a job on his car and he came down to pick it up. He was a really lovely customer. Always come in and tell us jokes and, you know, have a bit of a laugh and whatnot. And he he put on a good show.
Good facade.
Yeah.
And then, anyways, he came down and he said, "Oh, my wife's just driven off with my wallet and phone.
Oh no.
Can I just go and get my wallet and phone and I'll come back and pay the bill? $600 bill." And I'm like, "Yeah, mate, no worries. You know, you're just up the road. I know where you live." 3 months, we chased him. "I'll be in tomorrow. I'll be in tomorrow. I'll be in tomorrow." Nah, never showed up. It came to the point that I actually pulled up beside him at the lights. I had my boys in the car and I wound the window down and said, "Hey, name. When are you going to come and pay the bill?" "Oh, I'm coming down there in the morning." I said, "Mate, you better. It's been 3 months." Anyways, that took him another week to come down. And then he had the hide to rock back in here. We still had the purple ute here at the time
Yeah.
for a pink slip on his car. And then when we did it and did all the paperwork up, turned around and said, "I can't pay you for that."
What the fuck?
I,
Remember that?
you remember that?
Yeah.
And I was
What
like,
do you mean?
yeah, I was like, no. And I said, and Sarah, like he was fighting Sarah at the counter, and Sarah ripped the paperwork back and took his key back and said, "Well, if you can't pay for this,
You
you're
can't
not
have your
getting the
car,
car
yeah.
back."
Yeah.
You know?
Which is fair.
That's
It's like
exactly
you
right.
you
Yeah.
don't go to a dentist after getting, say, braces and say, "I'm not paying you because I
yeah.
don't want to."
The
Yeah.
thing is, but
Right.
with the pink slip, you already put it all through. So,
Yeah, and you can't change it back.
Yeah, I couldn't.
but you can't take that
I
back.
could have by doing another pink slip and going unsafe, undrivable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But he could have gone straight at the car park, jumped on his phone, and gone put Rego on it there, and then
Yeah.
Which he probably would have.
No, he didn't because he didn't
well,
have
he
the
doesn't, he
keys.
doesn't have money anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't
so-
have like, if he can't afford
Yeah.
the $40
Exactly like
pink
you
slip,
said.
he
You
can't afford
don't go to a
Rego on his
dentist
car.
or you
Yeah.
don't go to Woolies and
But-
do a shopping, trolley full of shopping and go, "Oh, I'll come back next week and pay
Yeah,
you, but I'll
I'll
pay
come
But
it now."
that also shows you can't trust anyone though.
No,
Like
definitely,
it's
definitely
impossible
not.
to trust anyone these days.
So then, to carry on from that, we had it out in the car park for ages, and I was just like, we were getting sick of looking at it.
yeah.
And so I sent him another email and tried to call him and all this sort of stuff. And then I was like, "Nah, stuff it. We're going to go and get a storage unit, and we'll put in a storage unit, and we'll invoice him for the storage unit, because we're invoicing him for storage out the front, because I said enough's enough."
We are very, very limited on car parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Extremely
right now. Like,
limited.
you haven't been down here during the day, or you came down here one
I've seen-
lunchtime, but yeah,
I've seen
the
how
amount of-
busy it is.
the amount of cars that are out there.
We're
It's like,
we're talking.
You had a race car transporter, you had a bunch of everything.
We have what 3 parks allocated?
2.
2. Well, there you
You
go.
take
2
up-
to run.
Two for a whole workshop.
So
that
there's-
always
to
works.
run
So
a 5,
taking-
5 hoist workshop.
Well, there's
And
20 20 car parks. I'm
In
pretty
total.
sure, because it's 2 car parks per bay.
unit. Yeah.
There's 10 bays, so it'd be 20 car parks in total out there. Maybe plus, or it might be a little bit more.
Yeah.
But of a day, we could take up 15 of them. No
Yeah,
no problems.
absolutely.
And then on top of that, you've got you
Staff.
taking up
Yeah, me taking up
5.
5.
Well,
Oh, 5,
yeah.
yeah. That's not me, though. That's
Just
Yeah, but-
explaining why we
Yeah.
went down the road of getting
Yeah. So
storage
storage
unit.
storage.
put
So,
it in.
anyways, we took it down to the storage shed. We put it in the storage shed, and now I've had to go to the point, because I gave him 28 days notice or whatever, and now I've had to go to the point of going to the police station.
When does
getting-
it become a point of like he's abandoned it?
Well, I've just
Because
I've
Brendan will buy it
just-
straight away.
I've just got no.
It's
I've
his
just got
business
an
car.
uncollected goods
Yeah.
certificate from the police. The police came up because
Mm.
that's where I was going with this. We're standing around, we're working. I get a phone call from the cops in the morning. We're coming up. Yeah, no worries. Just rock up here during the day. They rock up. They park out the front of Dan's workshop, and Dan's like,
peek
They
out
didn't
at
do it.
everyone.
I didn't do it.
2 fully strapped cops rolling in my
didn't do
office.
it.
I was like, nah, bro, that ain't me. I was just like, Taylor Automotive. I was like, where the sign is, bud.
I only work on race cars. I don't do it on the
Yeah.
street.
and then they rock in here, and you just see everyone go.
Huh?
And I'm like,
I
and
walked in
some-
and yelled out, "Oh, Chris, what have you done?"
yeah, cops are here. And I'll come up. Oh, sweet. I know what's going on. All right, follow me down the road. So I took him down. One of them was a Ford mechanic, so he got all the details off this and went, "Yep, no worries, sweet as." Told him a bit of a story, and then they got this form filled out. I've just got to get down there and pick it up. I was hoping to do that today, but Hato called in sick.
Hato called
Good
in
old
sick.
Hato.
And then apparently now he's sick tomorrow too.
Mr.
he's
Mincemeat knows himself.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just laying the groundwork later.
Yeah, we have to
So-
change his nickname.
Yeah,
Meat nose?
Sandy Gina.
Call him,
Sandy Jana.
call him pie.
Ooh,
Shepherd's pie.
shepherd's pie.
Nah, Teflon just works.
Yeah,
Teflon.
Teflon does work.
Nothing sticks.
Yeah.
No,
well,
because he fucking puts oil on Teflon seals.
and then goes, why the fuck is it
Is it leaking?
leaking? That was funny. That was a
Unless
good one.
remains.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sorry,
so
Hayden.
anyways, now I've got to go to the police station, pick up this form, and then go to the court and do this because it owes us
Gotta go
about
to
$5
court.
grand. I've just got to go to the court and lodge
Oh,
the
right.
paperwork. I'm pretty sure I don't have to go to court.
Yeah.
He just needs someone to sign it to say, sure, take it.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Claim
once,
your debt back.
once we do that, we'll just do a blue slip on
Change
it.
the locks.
How good are people?
Yeah, change the locks.
Yeah.
and that.
What are they going to be worth then?
Yeah,
He'll call Bursons when it comes to it.
Yeah.
it probably will. Well, you know what?
I'd
Like,
rather Repco, to be honest with you. But
nah, that,
Strong fighting words
that's-
until he wants something.
that's a lie. We had a conversation about that earlier. I got you.
That
I
is a
got
dead set lie. Any mechanic says that is shooting crack.
you. Yeah.
He's a DIYer.
Yeah.
I called a spare parts mob the other day, and
Yeah,
I
they're not
asked them
empty.
for. Don't hold me to this, but I asked them for an EFI control module. Right?
Oh, what?
What's EFI?
You're joking.
And I was like, never mind.
Don't worry, bud.
You know,
You'll be
you know
like-
the best one? So Audi have an injection process called TFSI. And the it's turbocharged something stratosphered injection. So I always used to tell apprentices totally fully sick injection. And they're like, oh, they went to like apprentice school and they were just like, what does TFSI mean? Totally full and sick injection. Get out. Okay.
Shit.
You told me this. I'm like, I lied.
I was
Whoops.
mucking around, guys.
How's our time limit going there? What have we been doing?
56 minutes.
Sweet. Can I touch base on the other thing that we were going to touch base on last week that we dropped the name of, Ignited Empowerment?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah. So I don't even know if you know about this, do you?
I do. Told me this when he first started this place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that David. Well, we've only known ourselves since, known each other
Justin
since since I.
No,
opened
I've
here.
known you since Gosford days.
Oh yeah, okay.
When you're still at the Devil,
Don't say
Yeah,
that. Don't
Don't
say
bring
The-
that
the-
word up.
the name that we don't speak of.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
still there, I've known you a couple of times.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
When you
So-
used to walk around controlling everything because they were a bit of a
Don't mind me, chat. I'm at the bar
play
fridge.
game.
That's hilarious.
That's that's
That's Brendan.
Anyways, we won't go there. So, anyways, we'll touch base on another one of my passion things that I'm trying to get up and running. But again, with the way the workshop's going, it's just
He's too busy.
is Ignited Empowerment. Now that is a course,
Sorry.
Go and have a puff while you're at it.
a course based around 16, 17-year-old kids. My daughter especially, she's 17, getting a license, all that sort of stuff. But if I asked her to change a wheel, she'd look at me and go, "Why? I've got you."
I was going to say, how do you change a wheel? Call Dad.
Yeah,
Dad.
no, but see, that's the thing, and that's why I've called this Ignited Empowerment, because it's a course that will empower young drivers. Excuse me.
12 packs a day.
Not even young drivers. It could be,
Anyone.
anyone
Who has an interest in cars.
yeah, or
Yeah,
just wants
seriously.
to
Learn.
learn something. Like they come in, they learn the basic, how to check your oil level.
How to be independent.
Yeah, yes. Well, originally the name was going to be Ignite Your Independence. However, that got registered
Trademarked.
in Melbourne a month before I tried to register the name.
Oh,
Wah.
bugger.
I was like, because that's why we've got Ignited Services. Ignited Services.
I've always
was
wondered.
based-
I look at your account. I'm like, who's the Ignited Services? I'm like,
Ignited Services was based around the probability
idea
of
of that.
having
Yeah.
ignite your independence. But yeah, anyway, so now we went with Ignited Empowerment, which is the same thing. We're empowering people to feel safer when they're driving a car. And know the noises or know.
It's like the similar to what NRMA used to do like many moons ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was learning to drive, they had those safe driver courses where they would do a safe driver course, but they'll also teach you how to do this. They don't do that
still-
anymore.
No, there is a company down in Sydney because once I started researching things and coming up with like you can see over here on the computer, this is all the curriculum,
list
and
of ideas.
everything. No, it's actually it's all there. It is all there and ready to go. But there's because I was googling and I was researching and all that sort of stuff. There's actually a place down in Sydney that's done it, and they've been doing it for like 11 years or something, and like for it to become a school based thing as well. So you go to the school, you
You have to go through like.
yeah.
Do you have to go through the
Yeah.
Board of Education and shit?
So I've got to get it registered as a registered training course. So you've got to have a registered train. I don't know. Anyways, again, I don't know everything about it. So if anyone listens to this and knows something about this stuff, hit us up. Like, comment, share, do whatever.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I just saw something flying around my
Ooh, squirrel.
eye. There was a squirrel. But yeah, so that's another one of my passions.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll be
I think your passion is teaching. You seem to like to teach people a lot of things.
yeah.
Everything that I've known you, they're like,
He teaches me at the moment.
but everyone teach. That's the thing about. I've noticed being a mechanic myself. You're always learning, and like anyone who's like done this,
Again, if you had listened to all the podcasts,
I
and
try to.
there's one thing that I said: the day you think you know everything is the day you failed.
Exactly.
You're always learning.
And
why you always gotta
the
listen.
day you think you're good at something, get ahead of yourself. The
Wrong.
day you fuck up.
Oh, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, though. Like that's
But even when
You know, a
someone's-
little bit about everything instead of a lot about one thing.
Yeah.
correct.
Even when someone's trying to show you something that you've done a million times, they might do it a little bit different. And say you get shown by 4 different people, take what you will from everybody and make it your own.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, if someone's willing to show you something, even though you think you already know it, like just shut up and listen.
Don't dismiss it.
Like that's exactly
Yeah,
right. If
yeah.
someone is thinks highly enough to show you something, they think you're worth spending the time on and showing you to do it.
And that's
Yeah.
where you'll learn to do
Well,
everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
Well,
Kato and I have worked together for 8 years, right? And
Far out. You put up with me for that long.
I have, and like today I can still go, like, fuck, I can't do this, or fuck, I'm having an issue.
I know.
here."
Help me.
Yeah, and then you go, this fucking newbie sitting
Yeah,
there
but-
swearing at it, and then you walk over.
This is the golden
But
touch.
you know the best thing about
And
Hato
do it.
is he's simple. He looks at it.
Hold on, simple.
Mm.
Hold on,
No, no,
simple.
but
and
like
what?
his train of thought is simple.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks at it and it's like, just do this.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah.
is
And, like,
a
'cause you sit
walking
there and-
advertisement for the KISS method.
Yeah, and that's it. Keep it simple. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I can get it out through here, out through there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at something, if something looks complicated and you get in your head about it, it's going to be hard.
So, the transit
about
van, right? The transit head that they did, that both of them were arguing about going.
Everyone was sooking.
yeah,
gonna be
everyone
a
was talking
nightmare.
about it. Everyone's going to be a nightmare.
And then Hato comes in town.
Well, Halo
was
was the
talking
one
about it.
talking about it, yeah. And then all of a sudden, one afternoon, they were free.
I
They
did a service or something, and then I turned around, and next minute he's got the front end off his car, off the
Well,
transit. He had the
yeah.
front end off it in a matter of 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and it was the easiest fucking job.
yeah, with the front end off, the radiator out, the condenser out, everything was out of it.
Yeah.
It became the easiest job. So,
Yeah. And
when I say easiest job, it was still
Easier.
time-consuming job, but it was
It went from an absolute,
nightmare.
Everyone
nightmare
stopped bickering and was
to-
like, why didn't I think of that?
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then at the end of it, he goes, "It was actually pretty good."
Yeah,
It wasn't that
it
bad,
wasn't
actually.
Yeah.
The majority of it,
He did
him
sit
being so
down.
it's exactly right. Exactly right.
Everything's heaps easier when it's like front end off, engine out though.
Yeah.
But
heaps
even,
easier.
like, perfect example of the KISS method, as I call it, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
That Audi today.
Yeah.
Hayden has been at it. I semi-helped Hayden with doing shit. And then I was looking at data, and then I took over for a bit because he wasn't here today.
Yeah.
And I was just a clusterfuck. I was just an absolute head noise. So I went over to my toolbox, plugged my Snap-on scan tool, whatever, into me, and started looking at just data. And that's when I had a brain fart. I said, I need you, let's
Grab
go.
this.
And
Yeah.
we're on a mission. I went, let's just take it back to basics.
Yeah.
Did it, and literally I'm almost confident we've got it sorted.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
over.
And then you got to make sure you do what I told you to do with it.
Another big thing, don't always believe the data that your scan tool gives you.
Yeah, that was one thing you said to me today because
That is probably the biggest thing that sent me on a spin, because as far as Snap-on scan tool was concerned, engine not running, it had 75 psi boost.
yeah,
One of the exhaust gas temperature sensors was at 222 degrees,
Yeah.
and there was something else I can't remember. But when you go and check those two sensors with an oscilloscope, that was not the case at all, and that's when
It's like some
I
random
started getting head noise.
Some random programming thing that just says that this is what they are when they're not
Yeah.
running or something. Yeah.
And you know what? That's what they don't teach anymore. They don't teach people to think.
no,
Test plan is king. If test plan says it, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what that's one of the sort of things that I got taught was after test plan said, that's it. But it's not.
And don't always go off a trouble code.
Nah.
no.
I've been led up a garden path that many
Yeah.
times by a trouble code. It gives you a
Yeah.
very, very big ballpark on where
Yeah, that's
you
that's
could
usually never
possibly
the
start
problem.
looking.
And,
but
and yeah, like when I was taught, your computer's only there to give you a rough idea where to start.
Yep.
Not this is where you need to look. It's try here. You can't rule anything out with cars.
You know, the good thing about this whole thing as well was actually watching Hato use the guided component
Yeah,
testing.
got a fault finding.
how easy? What, a day?
Yeah,
And he had it nailed.
exactly.
Yeah,
And he's out there
Pin
nailing
out
it.
still.
When that on the same car, it rocked up here. He came over and asked, what doing oscilloscope stuff
Yeah.
with the Snap-on scan tool. It's all guided component. I showed him that one rail pressure sensor on the same Audi.
Yep.
A day later, he's out there doing everything
Yeah.
basically.
He came, he
On his
came
own.
in. He came in and he
So
said,
simple.
he goes, "Where do I go?" And I flicked down and I put it in the guided component, and then he sat there and he read it, and then it was just yep, done. I think he called you out there once or twice, asked you a couple of questions, but
It does its, but when, but that is so good that's the number one reason I think I like the Snap-on scan tool mainly is for that guiding
Yeah,
component.
that's not even the scandal. That's the actual back end of Snap-on
Yeah.
doing that now. Yeah.
But prior to that, like I learned all mine off Pico or Pico or however you say it was, and that was a massive learning curve. Like trying to learn,
Oh, yeah, the bigger scope. Yeah.
like sine waves of different things and what
Yeah.
it should look like, what it shouldn't look like, and then trying to figure out what you set me off here.
sorry, I had to do that.
Trying to figure out what the
Chris
fuck,
just ruined a serious
what
moment now.
cable did
And
what,
we're all like, yeah,
what
this
should
is
I be
great.
back probing, what should I be looking
Yeah.
for, and then the glider component testing is so good because you can literally give, I'm not picking on Hayden whatsoever, but someone that's never done it before,
Yeah, exactly.
and literally within a day
Yeah, they got it.
he's out there doing oscilloscope work and checking data against the oscilloscope by himself.
But
Like,
you know,
that is
what he
huge.
did though? He listened. He didn't just dismiss you. He listened.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
why as well that I want someone on the desk to do my shit so I can be out there
Teaching.
and fixing shit. I just want to fix shit, okay? I want to finish this HJ. This is now the third or fourth podcast.
Every episode has been brought up.
We've spoken about the HJ.
Every
and
episode.
like it's getting there, but if I
Episode 200. The HJ is still here.
still here.
Fuck, I'll be
Oh,
stealing.
on a good note though, our WB
WB's
is
gone.
engineered and out the door, and now in the process of working out supercharge, rear diff,
Yeah, right.
gearbox, stolly, all that sort
500
of
to
stuff.
600 horsepower on the road, turnkey.
That's your
Sort
project.
of.
Tag.
Tag.
Chris has fixed it. Your turn. Tag.
Yeah. Quickly back on to Hayden. And
See, I
like the-
fix shit. There you go.
If it's my way, it'll be LS out, Barra in.
No.
Yeah.
So another thing with Hayden, the downfall of Hayden is he's never been in a dealership. He's never had to do that.
That's good.
Shit before.
But hold on,
It's good, but it's also bad.
I've never been in a dealership, right?
Yeah, but have you used an oscilloscope?
I didn't learn.
So, do you want to know what my oscilloscope was that I used?
Was it with the big?
It looked like a fucking heart machine.
Yeah.
But again,
I
you
don't-
are old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We, like, at Ford, when I was there, about 7 years ago, not even that, 6 years ago, whatever.
They probably wouldn't have.
A lot of the time when you had a complicated vehicle come in, you go to HQ or whoever you want to call them, and they'll just go, okay,
Technical.
technical, that's
Technical,
that.
yeah.
Can you data log this, this, and this, and then send me the results?
Yeah.
And then they'll
yeah.
come back to you and go, okay, can you data log this, this, and this, and send me the results? And then they go, okay, can you use the oscilloscope and pin out this, this, and this, and send me the results? And then they'll just go, okay, replace the injector.
I remember
That you don't actually understand.
we used to have to do that, but we used to
Yeah.
have to stay back until about 10 o'clock at night because we used to do Team Viewer. So we
Yeah,
would
right.
live team over to Germany and Wolfsburg or whatever factory that car came out of, and the technical would sit there and be like, all right, try all this. And you're sitting there at like 10 o'clock at night after work and you're like, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, just go slow.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you're literally just a muppet.
Yeah,
that's it.
right. So
You
you
But
just
like-
follow a pinpoint.
But that's the scary thing.
Sheet.
That's how far you can go. Like, and everyone thinks like, if you put your mind to it and learn all this stuff, you can go work for places like that, and you'll get a lot of interesting stuff. And like, you'll find like most of the people who taught us, they're former mechanics. They worked at Holden, they worked at Ford, and they all just know all this stuff. And but they paid attention, so they went higher up in the branches to
Yeah.
prestige, and that like, and that's probably where doing my apprenticeship, I'm pretty grateful for doing it where I did it because I learned a lot. I had state of the art tools
Yep.
because we had to have it, and we had to have a certain bar of training that wasn't New South Wales EDU passed. It was it had to pass in Germany, so and that's
Yeah.
where I was like, it was a completely different level.
Now, talking about state of the art tools, I just remembered. That's
me.
What'd you fucking buy now?
No, I didn't buy. I fucking.
I can tell you what he bought.
No, I didn't. Shut up, you. I've already been stitched up today.
Alex, turn the headphones off for a minute.
Yeah, that's it, Alex.
All right, no, I'm talking
We'll
about.
return to our scheduled podcast
I'm
in
going.
5 minutes.
I'm going back to the day, right, when I started my apprenticeship.
Moses was your Snap-on dealer.
And Moses-
And I made this tool in
no,
TAFE.
I didn't make this tool, but my first tire change machine was a pole in the ground.
Oh, and you used to
bolted
do it
the
manually.
ground,
Yeah.
and then you'd have a thing that you plug the air into, and it'd pop the bead.
Yep.
And then you put it there. You put the bar in, and you walk around the pole.
You're one of those next
You're
door.
pole dancer, were
And
you?
you still
Yeah.
do that
Yeah,
today.
it's
you,
one of
put,
those. Greg used to have one of those.
Yeah, I
you put the tyre on the tyre machine, you start doing laps around
Press
the
the
tyre
button.
machine until
Yeah.
someone comes over and helps you.
can't.
just
I
Yeah,
believe
hey,
you do the same
guys,
thing too, from what I've heard.
That's a lie. I can't do a laps around. It's in the corner. Duh.
Where
Just
it
do
Depends on-
semicircles.
Depends on if there's been big 4B tyres on it or not, because
Yeah,
it gets
and
moved
starting
around.
starting off at the start of this, did we say that it took me all day to do 4 tires?
You did.
Did we say that
Basically,
on,
yeah.
did we say it on the podcast or was that
Yeah.
I think
pre-chat?
so.
Nah, it was on podcast.
Oh look, Dan's yawning.
I'm yawning.
He's yawning.
It's been a
sitting
long
there.
day.
Hey, I think you need to buy more off the Snap-on truck, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
your
got
Snap-on jumper's getting a bit
Dodgy
sad
old
there.
Snap-on. Hoodie I've had for like
Ask for
7
warranty.
years.
Yeah, warranty. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Lifetime
is rough,
warranty.
This is rough as this jumper
It's
has
got
been
sna-
frapped.
if it's got Snap-on.
I'm pretty sure I had
written
the
on it,
exact
it's
same one.
lifetime warranty.
This
It's
is
at
a-
least 10 years old, I reckon that.
This is an old hoodie.
So I got a
It's
Snap-on
not
hoodie.
even. I don't think it's not even genuine. It was just. I think he got made up for the truck.
I
It's
got a
illegal.
Snap-on hoodie, right? Mitch
Oh.
got it made for me,
Yeah.
but it's like got purple Snap-on.
Oh, did he make it? Custom make it for
Yeah,
it?
yeah, you got it
Oh,
embroidered
he's in trouble
purple
now.
Snap-on. But there's nothing on the back. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just this big. It doesn't say Snap-on. It says Snip-on.
Snip one.
It's Snip-on.
That
I'm
costs
supposed to
extra.
be getting some new Burson jumpers soon. Craig ordered some sick jumpers.
Hey, did you see our sticker board on the way in?
No, I didn't actually.
You should see.
I
this.
wasn't looking.
You know the big.
That nice
sticky?
big sticker I sent
Yeah,
you.
you should
Yeah,
see it.
cool. Yeah,
Prime-
cool. I'll go have a
prime
look.
location. Yeah, go on and have a look. So again, if anyone listens and got any automotive stickers, we're happy to take them.
Drop by, drop by.
There you go.
You see
You're
it?
because I got heaps of those.
You see
I
it?
got heaps of those. Yeah, that's cool.
Heaps of that. I don't
We've
want
got heaps of them.
Oh no, just one's good.
For now.
I can't upset too many people. Glenn hasn't been in since I put that
No.
up.
We need to get a Dayfit sticker.
Dayfit.
Just straight above the Burson sticker.
Dave for dead persons. All right.
So,
Well,
also, guys, I'll put in the links of the podcast, our social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook. If you can give them a like and give us a follow, and You'll be
Don't
able
forget
to,
to share it.
yeah, don't forget to share it. Be able to message directly to us as well now if you got any comments or anything you
And
want.
just remember, at the end of the day, we're not here to offend anyone. All right, we're not. So
Except for
what,
Hayden.
what we say in here, we're not trying to offend anyone. If anyone takes offence to anything we've said, please just
Let us know.
or keep scrolling.
Who would be offended?
We're
I
not
don't
making
know.
you be here.
Hey,
We're not making them
Yeah,
be
we're
here.
not making you sit
yeah,
through.
that's true. But at the same time, people might go, these fucking dickheads.
But this is the reality of this is what it is.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. This is raw.
This is tame.
This is tame.
This is pretty PG.
The,
pretty
second
good.
one. The second one went off on a tangent.
Yeah, the second one got pretty rough.
Yeah, that
It was
was.
pretty hard this
Well,
one.
I was staying here, so I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah, you were half pissed.
Yeah, but that's typical
That's typical Chris
work,
every night.
workshop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical
That's-
workshop banter.
Pot
Yeah.
kettle.
Like I said, you throw a bunch of boys in a shed and lock them in there and make them
Yeah.
work all day long.
Especially
day
on a hot
after
day.
day. Yeah, it starts getting
On a
rowdy.
hot day.
Yeah, it gets rowdy. It gets
Well, we
Clothes start coming off.
Yeah. Well, Hato starts running around looking like a. Can I say it?
you can terrorist.
Yeah, terrorist
He does it in a
Taliban.
minute. He's bald with the great big fucking Taliban
No, but he
beard.
gets the sweatband on.
Yeah,
It's either that or he wants to be a Ninja Turtle.
yeah, he puts a sweatband around his head. And
I reckon
like,
he's definitely Michelangelo.
Sometimes he. Nah. I'm going more.
What's the
Donatello-
one that
nah.
likes the pizza, the dopey one?
Yeah,
no,
Michelangelo.
yeah, no,
The orange
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
Michelangelo.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Mikey.
Cowabunga, dudes.
But when he gets to, like, he goes to pick the rags out that he puts around his head, right, when he's sweating. But I swear to God, he picks all the, like, flannel checkered ones.
No, but-
ties them
He
up.
goes through the
Yeah.
fucking
He
bin
would
backs
he would
and-
definitely go through the bin looking for that. It's not like, oh, it's where is it? Where is it?
Anyways, that's and another thing is, if you ever go to Hato's toolbox, do not take a rag off
Yeah,
his
don't
toolbox.
take a rag.
Hey,
Sweaty.
Sarah. That's Alan for Sarah. Sarah took a rag off his toolbox, and that was a
It's not rag.
yeah, snotty.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, she got a nickname Snotty at the moment. So.
The best one was when took a t-shirt got delivered like the Valvoline or whatever, and it was at Toyota, and like they had a bunch of promotional t-shirts, and one of the boys left on his toolbox thinking it was a rag. He said, check some oil. His brand new Valvoline t-shirt just had oil all over it because I was using it.
Oops.
Oh, sorry, mate.
My bad. So
Yeah.
sad.
Don't leave clothing around toolboxes.
Yeah, well, there's a Valvoline shirt sitting up there.
This one was white.
Oh, you getting tired too, mate? Rubbing your eye.
No, so I'm just winning my eye.
Yeah, it was probably what was flying around my eye before.
Yeah, I just attacked it.
Yeah.
All right.
We good?
Good. Everybody, thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. See you next
See ya.
time. Oh, speak to you next time.
Next video next time.
Next
Bye, bye, bye,
Thursday.
bye.
Bye.